Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, heading into a pretty big week of new Steam game releases. Obviously, one game at the helm above everything else, but there's some other pretty interesting stuff rounding out the week. Got 6 games to go over in this video, so let's get right into it. And let's start things off with the game that's definitely going to get a lot of headlines this week, and that is, of course, From Software's latest in Elden Ring, coming February 24th on PC. Now, some of you guys might think it's February 25th. That is when the console release is, and that's when the official release, I would say, is. But Bandai Namco has always had this thing where their games unlock at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, out for their PC releases. I don't know why. The console games are unlocking at midnight, so whatever the case may be on that, doesn't really matter. Elden Ring is finally here, a game that people have been looking forward to for, I want to say, 2.5 years? We heard a lot of rumblings about it. We got that CG trailer years ago, and then finally last year, we got some clarity on the game, got gameplay. Then it's a little bit of a delay, but it's finally here. Open world Souls, it seems like, if you want to rush through the game, you can complete it in 25 to 35 hours, but if you really want to do everything in the game, it is going to be a gargantuan undertaking, and it's probably going to be a game with a lot of replayability based on how you want to play it. The game notes a vast world where open fields with a variety of situations and huge dungeons with complex and three-dimensional designs are seamlessly interconnected as you explore. The joy of discovering unknown and overwhelming threats await you, leading to a high sense of accomplishment. Create your own character, an epic drama born from a myth, unique online play that loosely connects you to others. The game system requirements has been a talking point of conversation. 12GB minimum RAM requirement just seems a little bit high. Everything else, i5 8400 minimum, Ryzen 3 3300X minimum, GTX 1060 and RX 580 isn't anything too crazy. Recommended i7 8700K, Ryzen 5 3600X, 16GB of RAM, and then recommended GPU is GTX 1070 and AMD Radeon RX Vega 56 8GB. Storage is touting to be 60GB. We'll see how that turns out in the final product, but nevertheless, that is going to be dropping on February the 24th. You can get the game a little bit cheaper over on other e-tailers. Green Man Gaming has got it discounted to $50 and change. If you're a VIP member, you'll get it for $49 and change, so I would recommend checking that out. Definitely something to save a little bit of money, and you guys are probably going to end up digging the game quite a bit. I will be picking it up day one. And yeah, incredibly excited about it. Next up, we have the latest game in the Grid franchise in Grid Legends, coming from Codemasters. Not getting a lot of buzz right now, but hopefully this picks up some steam, and hopefully it comes out as a good game and maybe generate some buzz after that. Obviously, 2 entirely different games, but Elden Ring is gonna be taking the headlines from a lot of other games coming out this week, so, do the best you can. If you deliver a quality game, fans of racing games are probably going to check it out. Grid Legends delivers thrilling wheel-to-wheel motorsport action, create dream race events, hop into live races, experience a dramatic virtual production story, and embrace the sensation of spectacular racing. Codemasters has been relatively consistent with their racing game offerings. $60 is always going to be a little bit pricey, but, we're gonna pay 60 or at least 50 for Elden Ring, so Grid Legends, this is the standard price. It's just that, for a week like this, it would be nice if some games did drop at $40 or $50, but hey, that just might be me being cheap as hell, which I am known to be, but nevertheless, hopefully, we get a quality racing game here come February 24th. Next up, a horror game that's been in the news a little bit recently, and that is Martha is Dead. Now, it's been in the news because the PlayStation version actually got censored a little bit, and this is another game not getting a lot of buzz, but then once that news broke, it seemed like a lot more people took a note of it. If anything, that seemed to heighten the anticipation of the game, because I didn't hear a lot of people talking about this game ahead of that news, but now it seems to be, I'm not going to say it's overwhelmingly in the news cycle, but it's a game that people are talking about, and that's really all you can hope for a brand new IP like this. Martha is Dead is noted to be a dark first-person psychological thriller set in 1944 Italy that blurs the lines between reality, superstition, and the tragedy of war. The game notes unshamedly authentic voice acting in Italian from the creator of The Town of Light and dark multi-layered narrative explore a detailed recreation of the Italian countryside, play with dolls, mixing folklore with superstition, a backdrop of war, virtual photographic greatness, and much more. Again, this is another game dropping on February 24th. If you're a fan of horror games, and more notably psychological horror games, something to definitely keep on your radar, at the very least add it to your wish list. Next up, come back to a great JRPG. Well, Final Fantasy VI is dropping on PC. The original Final Fantasy VI comes to life with completely new graphics and audio, a remodeled 2D take on the sixth game in the world-renowned Final Fantasy series. Enjoy the timeless story told through charming retro graphics. This is one of those Final Fantasy titles that definitely, I think if it got a full-on remake, Final Fantasy VII remake style, people would be all over. But, hey, you know, limited budget, limited resources, you can't get a remake of everything. We're not getting a Chrono Cross full-on remake either, but this will have to do for now. It notes universally updated 2D pixel graphics, including the iconic Final Fantasy character pixel designs. The original artist and current collaborator Kazuko Shibuya is doing that. Beautifully rearranged soundtrack in a faithful Final Fantasy style. Improved gameplay, including modernized UI, auto battle options, and more. And dive into the world of the game with supplemental extras, illustration gallery, music player, and more. And the remaster, again, is based on the Final Fantasy VI that was released in '94. Again, it's going to be priced at $14.39. That's with a 20% launch discount, so pricing is okay. Might be one you should wait for it to be south of $10, but if you have, you know, fond memories of FF6, probably one worth checking out right away as well. Monark is also another JRPG coming from NIS America. The reviews have started coming out for this. They're not looking supremely positive, but if you're a fan of turn-based strategy JRPGs, might be something to check out. This has been on my radar for quite a while. You know, it doesn't look to be the biggest budget JRPG in the world, but it also seems to have a darker tonality to it. It seems to have some interesting story thematics. So, it'll be coming to PC and Steam on February 22nd. And lastly, we have Black Steel, a brand new horror title as well, an indie horror game. Black Steel stealth horror game taking place in a fantasy noir setting inspired by Dresden Files. Dark alleys and depths of an abandoned car factory full of reanimated metal. Definitely a darker look to this game as well. It notes some gore. First-person horror gameplay here. Definitely a bit of a throwback at the same time through some of the gameplay elements, but we'll see how the game ultimately does turn out. Definitely emphasizing stealth gameplay as well. But that is going to do it for me. Again, when you look at the game lineup this week, Elden Ring is definitely having the most buzz. That is, again, $50 over at Green Man Gaming. Elden Ring, the deluxe edition, you can get that discounted as well. MSRP is $80. I believe Green Man Gaming has it south of $70. Grid Legends coming as well. That'll be February 24th. Martha is Dead, Final Fantasy VI, Monark, and Black Steel. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.